The Untold Story of America. 1 hour of history that changed everything. America, a nation known for freedom, power, and influence. A land of dreams and contradictions. But behind the flags, the speeches, and the history books lies a deeper story, one filled with courage, cruelty, sacrifice, and secrets. This is not the version of history taught in classrooms. This is the story behind the story. For the next 1 hour, we will travel through time, before America existed, through war, betrayal, struggle, and transformation. This is the untold story of America. Before America existed. Long before the United States, long before Columbus, America was already alive. Thousands of years ago, Native American civilizations thrived across the land. They were not primitive tribes, as many were taught to believe. They were engineers, farmers, astronomers, builders of massive cities. One of the greatest was Cahokia, near present-day Illinois. At its peak, it was larger than London. It had pyramids, trade routes, laws, and governance. Across the continent, millions lived in harmony with the land. They respected nature, not conquered it. Then came the Europeans. In 1492, Christopher Columbus arrived, not discovering a new world, but invading one. What followed was not exploration, it was destruction. Diseases wiped out entire populations. Land was seized. Cultures were erased. Within 100 years, millions of Native Americans were dead. America's foundation was laid on stolen land. Colonial America and the birth of slavery. As European colonies grew, so did greed. Tobacco, cotton, and sugar fueled the economy. But there was a problem. The labor was brutal. So the solution was slavery. In 1619, the first enslaved Africans arrived in Virginia. They were not considered human. They were property. Families were torn apart. Children sold. Lives owned. Slavery did not just exist in America. It built America. From plantations to ports, from roads to wealth, enslaved labor powered the colonies. Yet, even in chains, resistance lived. There were revolts, secret schools, songs with hidden messages. The enslaved never accepted their fate quietly. Freedom lived in their hearts, even when their bodies were owned. Colonial America. Freedom or hypocrisy. By the 1700s, tensions grew between the colonies and Britain. Taxes increased, control tightened. The cry was simple: no taxation without representation. In 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed. It declared, all men are created equal. But there was a contradiction. Many of the men who signed it owned slaves. They fought for freedom while denying it to others. The American Revolution was not clean. Neighbors turned against neighbors. Loyalists were hunted. Spies operated in secret. George Washington ran one of the most advanced spy networks of the time. Victory came at a costly price. America was born in war and moral conflict.
A nation divided. The Civil War. As America expanded, the question grew louder. Would slavery continue or end? The nation split. North versus South. Brother against brother. In 1861, the Civil War began. It became the bloodiest war in American history. Over 600,000 Americans died. Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Slavery was ending, but freedom came with pain. After the war, Lincoln was assassinated. Reconstruction failed. Racism did not disappear, it evolved. Segregation replaced slavery. Jim Crow replaced chains. The war ended, but the struggle did not. The wild industrial age. America entered a new era. Factories, railroads, steel and oil. Wealth exploded, but only for a few. Men like Rockefeller and Carnegie became insanely rich. Workers suffered. Children labored. Conditions were deadly. Unions were crushed. America became powerful, but deeply unequal. Progress had a price. Prohibition, gangsters, and corruption. In 1920, America made a bold decision. Alcohol was banned. The result? Crime exploded. Gangsters like Al Capone ruled cities. Police were corrupt. Politicians were bribed. The law created criminals. Prohibition failed, but it revealed something important. America could not control human nature. America survived wars, depression, and division. It became a global superpower, but its past still echoes. History is not just something that happened, it is something that shapes us. The choices of yesterday become the realities of today. And the greatest danger is forgetting, because history does not repeat itself exactly, but it rhymes. America's story is not perfect,